Welcome back. We are here on Raid Shadow Legends with Cleopterix. She's been out for quite a while. Nobody has done a video on her. I don't know what's going on with this champion. I want to know from you all, help me out. What are we going to do with this champion? You get her at such a long time into your account. Very long into your account that you already have Vizix. You've already got other people like Syl of the Drakes. Really great champions. What is the purpose of this legendary champion? We have other ones like Countess Lix that can also lock out abilities. We have Bellower on his A1 that can lock out abilities, and he's a rare Void champion. So where are we really supposed to use this one when we all get her for free? I mean, it's a Hex-based champion, so additional things happen when we have Hex up, but is it enough? Are we destined to play this champion only with Thea the Tomb Angel? Is that why we got her? Is this the whole reason why we got this champion? So we could play her with the Tomb Angel, although we just got that epic recently. We had Rule, if you've been playing for quite a while. The fusion of Rule is the best Hex-based champion out there. We've got this one that will apply increased accuracy to herself and then apply Hex to the enemies while attacking them. And if they already have a Hex up, we can put up a Fear. And then she'll loop back around to her A2 to increase her own crit rate, which is a little weird because we're already attacking on this one. So if I was really going to go with 70% crit rate, I would still do this ability first to get her accuracy up and to apply the Hex we need to. That way we can lock out skills. Otherwise, we can't lock out skills over here. We have to have a Hex up to block active skills. And it's on a 3-turn cooldown, which is if we book her out. I'm not going to book her out. I'm sorry, I don't have the books. If we book her out, 3-turn cooldown is really low. We've got a, what was it, a 4-turn here booked out? 4-turn here to apply the Hex. 3-turn, I mean, we do keep them locked out quite a bit. 2-turn lockout, we can extend that to 3 turns with Master Hexer in the support mastery. It could be strong in certain situations going through Doom Tower waves, locking out all the enemies as we go through there, and we'll do that. And then she's got this ability to counterattack whenever she takes a lot of damage, or counterattack if nobody is around. Let's go run her really quick over in campaign to see what she can do. Here are the masteries I have. I think I'm blocking Helm Smasher. That way when we take her into Arena, of course we got to take her there, we can see what kind of damage she could do. Again, she's not booked, but I do have Sniper, 5% chance additional to apply these debuffs, and Master Hexer trying to extend that lockout debuff. Now that counterattack is pretty interesting if we had a Lifesteal gear on her. Say we went over to campaign, Nightmare campaign, we wanted to make her our farmer on Nightmare. We can't do it on 6. It's just too hard for a spirit-based champion. We can try it here, and I just want to give you an idea of what she's going to do. And if we had Lifesteal gear on, would it work? I don't think it would, but it'd be interesting to see her counterattack all the time with Lifesteal on. We get some hits in here. Our teammates are going to die. Okay, we got hit. Counterattack. Counterattack. Nice. Counterattack. Okay, so if we had Lifesteal on with maybe War Master procs, we could get a lot of life back. By now, she would easily beat 100% life and counterattack back to that person. I am just too lazy to put this champion in counterattack to try it out right now. But that's a good idea if you want to use her as your farmer after you see it actually work. I'm sorry. I don't want to do it. I just don't believe in this champion. I want to do a review on her, and I want to get really your opinion. Do we use her in the Hydra Boss? What do we use her in the Hydra Boss for? What is she really going to do here on the Hydra Boss? We're going to run her in the Doom Tower. Don't worry. We're going to run her in a Doom Tower wave. I'm going to show you her, and then we're going to run her in PvP. But speaking of the Hydra Boss, what would be her play? She brings up the Hex. She's not really going to counterattack unless our people are dead, and we don't want that. By then, it's too late for her to counterattack around. She can't block active skills on the Hydra, so it's not good. We get a weaken. There's no good play for her there. There's no really good play for her in dungeons. By the time you get her for dungeons, it's too late. You don't need her, and even if she was key to something like Fire Knight, she's not. She doesn't have multi-hit. She's not great for Dragon. We can't use poisons. We can't even use to really clear waves and hit hard like Rule. Rule can clear waves and get us to the boss quickly. She can't. Ice Golem, there's nothing special she's going to do there to help us out to do more damage for survivability for anything in the game, even if your roster has no champions on it. And Spider, of course, nothing there. Locking out all those abilities on Spider isn't going to do anything for us. Let's get over here to Doom Tower. Let's go. I've been doing normal. I've been doing a whole bunch of weird stuff with Bommel, so just ignore that. We're going to go over to, let's say, 88. We've got a Necret here. This is not the team. We have our team here. She's the main DPSer. We're going to see what we can pull off. see how she functions on auto and what's going to happen here. Let's put it a little slower. Okay, we're going to AoE provoke with our Vizix. We've got all free-to-play champions in here, along with Cleopterix. They're all free-to-play. Eventually, you get them, right? You get them sooner or later. So she just did her Hex, and now she's going to loop back around to locking out all their skills. Oh, she already did. There's a 3-turn lockout. Did she? Did she not apply Hex? We have an 80% chance to apply, even with our Sniper Mastery. She's got a lockout there, a lockout here, 3-turn lockout, so we did get Master Hexer on that 3-turn lockout. It's just a lockout, though. Bellower on his A1, if we lock out Bellower's A2 and A3, we can lock out their abilities all the time and still use Master Hexer to get 2 turns. And of course, Countess Licks, you know, we can get a slow speed, turn meter reduction, and a lockout there. Of course, if you have Hegemon, we can lock them out with Hegemon. I'm just trying to figure out where we would use this champion, even if you had nobody on your roster. Like, nobody. If you were using rares and epics, and all of a sudden you got this champion, you're logging in. Where are we supposed to use her? Like, what's supposed to be the play with her? We get increased accuracy on her, great. So we don't have to have as crazy high accuracy. We need it on Doom Tower waves anyways. So we come through here with our great accuracy. We apply the Hex that only benefits her to apply a block debuffs. Or if she comes back around quick enough and Hex is still up, she can still do that A3 that applies the Hex. But if it's already up, she'll then do a Fear, a 1-turn Fear. Did we get our skills off of cooldown? Luckily we did. Decrease defense, weaken. Let's see what she does here. Where's she at? So she's doing her A1 with the feathers, the flying feathers. The A1 can put up a weaken. If she kills somebody, she can go under Veil. If she kills them while they have a Hex up. Only while they have a Hex up. Not if she just kills them. I just want to remind you all, this is a legendary champion in Raid Shadow Legends. A legendary that really needs a lot of things going on to be really viable. So we got up Hex. Hex is on everybody except for the one that's covered by Necret right now. That's fine. Rhodos. Covered by Necret. This is kind of an annoying wave with Necret in here. Counter. Was that a counterattack? Okay, she's down. Our girl is down. Bird down. Bird down. We'll have her brought back by Syl. Is Syl going to bring her back? Maybe after we kind of get everything down a little bit. Let's let the flames burn everybody out for a minute, and we'll bring her back. There we go. Okay. She will counterattack if she gets, 30% of her max HP and a hit. She'll counterattack, and then she'll counterattack all the time if 2 or more allies are dead. But with that counterattack, there's nothing going on there. It's not like a Herndig. Say Herndig had this ability and he counterattacked and killed somebody and it reset his cooldown on his A3. And then if he could get an additional turn, if it worked that way, that would be nuts. That would actually be really cool. But for her, she's counterattacking, but not really doing anything. If she gets a kill and they have Hex on, she'll go into Perfect Veil. If not, then she just tries to apply a higher chance to apply a weaken. That's it, right? So, all right, let's go on to the next wave. Is she helping us out right now with this team? I feel like anybody in her spot could help us out. Anybody that's going to do even more control. Say we bring in Archmage Helmet for all those buffs, which will kind of double up a little bit with our buffs we're getting already. But he'd do AoE stun, right? He'd stun 4 out of the 5 targets from time to time. That would help us out on a 3-turn cooldown. So she's dead again. All right, let's go into PvP. But guys, help me out. I really want to know. I didn't do this video to be funny. I did this video because I like to learn champions. I like to see where we can use these champions. I didn't dedicate a lot of time to playing her in places because it's not one of those champions where you need to... All you have to do is think about it. Like, just use your mind and you're going, okay, I can't use her in something like Dragon to help me clear waves. She's just not going to do the damage that Rule would do or any other champion would do. She's going to do the same damage, basically. Her multipliers are the same as 90% of the champions out there. All of them. So if we wanted to come over here into the dungeons and do Dragon, we can. We can even see if she's going to hit really hard. But if she's doing the same damage that 90% of all the other champions do, it really comes down to what do they bring to the table. That's what all these champions come down to. Unless they are just crazy DPSers like a Trunda, which not many are. So we've got her set up pretty good, though. We've got her at 5,500, 252 critical damage, 92% chance to crit because we're going to get that additional 30% chance to crit. So it's not like she's going to hit weak. even though she is in a relentless set to try to get extra turns. We're bringing in some wrong affinities. It doesn't matter. What we want to look at is her damage really quick, just in case some of you out there are like, but Stu, can she hit hard? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Hey, news report, it doesn't matter if she can hit hard. Who cares? It's what they bring to the table, unless she hits insanely hard, like Rule, where he hits 2 times, which she doesn't do that, guys. So here we go. We don't have an increased attack. We do. We've got increased attack, increased critical damage. She is going in for the kill with this increased accuracy on herself and placing the hex. We are getting 60, 52, 52, 60. She's strong affinity here, so she's going to hit a little harder. Not bad hits. Same hits is really everybody. Same old hits. Nothing special there. And all she did was apply the hex, right? That's it. She applied the hex on herself. Or the increased accuracy on herself and the hex on those guys. Now we're bringing in, I'm surprised we got so many stuns since we're weak affinity with those. Let's loop back around to her A2 and see what we've got. Here we go. A2, we're going to hit everyone. We're going to get an increased crit rate buff first, and then we're going to lock out their skills. I mean, I understand the whole play for her is to lock out skills, but it's not really the play. It's not really the play that we need for anything. Yeah, normal standard attacks. Let's go into arena and see what she can do to some people in arena, and then use, all of you, please let me know down below. What do you think about her? Do you think this champion needs a rework? I'm not going to say a buff. A total rework in how Hex, we just keep getting Hex forced on us. I believe that's what it is. We keep getting Hex just thrown on us, forced on us, and they keep saying that Hex is going to be used somewhere, and they threw it into the Hydra boss on the head of Mischief, trying to make you think you need Hex then too if you're not using all AoE, A1 attack-based champions. You need, or AoE champions that hit hard, you need the Hex. Is what they keep trying to drill to us, and they keep bringing out champions that do it, but you got to make them viable. You got to make them make sense and viable for us to use. I think we should outspeed these maybe. So we're going to bring in this one with our, wait a minute, Cleopterix. Okay. Now, she doesn't have anywhere near my best DPS gear, and it's not a Savage set either, but we should still get pretty good numbers. We'll do this one first, and then we'll go into a match and do her second ability and see what the difference is. Pretty weak. Pretty damn weak. Like super weak. I know we don't have a decreased defense up, but it's all right. I don't usually need a decreased defense up when I bring in my Trunda or any kind of other really hard hitter. I don't usually need that. I can take out most of these other ones, although, no, that's weak affinity. She's weak affinity even. Wow. All right, let's roll this back again and try to use her A2 this time and see what happens. What? I dropped out of reset. Arena just reset. This is not the time to lose a battle. We were at 2,900. We lost and dropped down. Guys, it's not because I don't know how to do arena. It's because arena just reset. All right, we're going to do her second ability now and see what happens. See how much we destroy these people. Trunda, no problem. The rest of this, no problem. Easy times with your Cleopterix. I mean, you waited a full like 2 years to get her, right? Now that you got her, let's do it. Ooh. Ooh. I don't know how that Arbiter was built, but it wasn't built strong. If it couldn't withstand 30, 32, I mean, I guess it could have just been really fast and not had any kind of other gear, HP, or defense on her at all. So that's Cleopterix. I don't want to draw this out any further, and I hope you understand where I'm coming from with this video. I want to know where we could use her, like viably use her. And if you have nothing on your account, where do you think you would use her? Where would you play this champion that we get for free and that the game is expecting us to use? Oh, Faction Wars, right? You're going to tell me Faction Wars. I know it. If you didn't make it to the end of this video, which not a lot of people ever do, you're going to use her in Faction Wars. That's what they're going to tell me. Faction Wars, Stu, she's a Faction Wars champion because we don't have a lot of good skinwalkers, and I am 100% with you. As always, thanks so much for watching, everyone. Please subscribe if you haven't, and I will see you all in a video soon.